Hello, everyone. Hope you all are doing well and welcome to Siva Institute of English. Today, we are going to discuss a couple of questions on sentence correction composite practice from the English section of GMAT. Um, and in this section, you generally know that means you find out a statement, and in that statement, a part of the sentence is underlined. Mm, and on the basis of that, we find out five of the options. What we need to do, we need to find out one of the option which is grammatically correct, logically clear, and stylistically concise, isn't it? So let's look at that. The question number one. So what does it try to tell us? It says that in his treatise on liberty, John Stuart Mill argues. What did he argue? Or what does he argue? He argues that the individuals should be allowed to pursue their own good in their own way, so long as they do not impede the liberties of others. So we'll try to know the meaning of this statement, and we try to understand that what the question is saying here. So, and what each option means. Try to understand that too also, and why the correct answer is uh, one out of that is the best, and why the other options are wrong, right? Now, if you look at the sentence or statement which is given in the question number one, it is stated that in his treatise on liberty, John Stuart Mill argues that the individual should be allowed to pursue their own good in their own way, so long as they do not impede the liberties of others. Guys, I would like to tell you one thing that before you watch the whole video, I would suggest you try to work on these questions at first and find out that whether your answer is correct or not. If it is not correct, then watch the complete video and see that for your own analysis, right? So otherwise, I would suggest you try to solve this question on your own. Look at the statement. The statement is trying to say that John Stuart Mill is stating here that what people should be free to do. People should be allowed to pursue their own good in their own way. So people are free to do what what is good for them or what is not good for them. Or here it is stated own good. It means what is good for them. So they should do their own way, so long as they do not impede the liberty of others. It means called as they would do whatever they want to do as long as or so long as they would not hamper to the freedom of others, right? That is what means the statement tries to tell. Now, look at the each question or each option, sorry. So, what does the first option say? The individual should be allowed to pursue their own good in their own way, so long as they do not impede the liberties of others. Now, this seems like the same as the underlined part given in the question statement. So, as you know that in GMAT question, we generally find out the first option is remained same as the question statement. Now, in that case, why the option A is wrong? Because look at that. John Stuart Mill argues that the individual, if it is stated the individual, then it should be allowed to pursue their own good. So it seems like what it doesn't replace the individual, right? Because the individual is a singular, uh, whereas means there is a plural, isn't it? So therefore, subject-verb agreement or called as a noun-pronoun relationship do not match here, right? So even you would also find out there, so their own way, it is also not fit, so long as they impede the liberties of others. So in that case, an individual is singular, so we should use his or her. What we supposed to use? We supposed to use his or her. His or her. Why it is not working? His or her. Right? So then in that case, option A cannot be the answer. B, individuals, right? It is given that what individuals should be allowed to pursue their own good in their own way, provide or provided that doing so does not hinder, stop the liberties of others. Now, B changes individual to individuals, right? So, um, and if you talk about that, individuals is a less personal, right or not? So, in that case, it is wrong to convey the idea. Again, if you look at the option C, an individual should be allowed to pursue their good, right, in their way, unless it impedes the liberty of others. Now, here also we find out the word there, which not fit with the individuals, right? So D said an individual should be followed, or sorry, should be allowed to pursue his or her own good in his or her own way, so long as it does not impede the liberties of others. Now, this seems appropriate as it replaces the pronoun in proper sense, isn't it? So, the word his or her should be used instead of their, instead of they, right? Instead of they, also, we're supposed to use it, isn't it? So, in that case, I can consider option D is the perfect one, right? Let's look at the option E. It is stated the individuals required to be allowed to follow their good as long as it does not restrict others' liberties. Now, we can see that it is long and awkward sentence and says follow their good. Follow their good. The individuals ought to be allowed to follow their good. So even here also we find out the individuals, right? So in that case, means if you see option D seems more appropriate or the most appropriate among the all the other options, right? So that is what you can find out that how pronoun replaces the noun, right, by using his or her. Even it is also known as a kind of a if we see subject verb agreement, but in this case you won't find out any of the subject verb agreement case. Here you only find out that noun pronoun relationship approach, right? So uh, this is the kind of means simple, easy questions that you may meet, but at the same time, you find out all the sentences are appearing like promising, isn't it? But we need to look at the details, right? So, in that case, option D should be considered as the appropriate answer here. Hope you understood. That's all.